Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson, and welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. We're going to do a little bit of everything today.
I'm ready for it.
Raisa, have you used a travel agent, or do you remember the last time you might have used one?
Oh, okay. So the last time I remember using one,
Yeah.
I was actually still really, really young, living with my parents, and they were the ones using their travel agent. So I actually personally have never had experience booking with one myself.
Yeah.
What about you?
I can't remember the last time I used a travel agent.
No,
I mean,
never.
it's been apps and surfing the web and all that jazz.
Absolutely. I mean, with the internet, like you mentioned, and apps like Kayak and Hotels Tonight, you can pretty much book everything yourself. But ASTA, the American Society of Travel Advisors, well, they actually say that they are not your grandparents' travel agent.
And here to explain why is Louis Nobles, Business Development Coordinator for ASTA. Louis, hello, welcome.
Hello, and thank you for having me. How are y'all doing today?
We're good.
I'm good. I'm excited to talk all things
Yes.
travel.
Yes, we're gonna go in deep today.
Good.
Right out of the gate, we need your opinion. Has travel really been as nightmarish as it seems like on the news?
Oh my, I can't even explain. Yes, it's been a nightmare. The news has been calling it Airmageddon. It's everywhere. You can't miss it. Yes.
Yeah, the crazy air rage that you see right now is just
Yes.
bizarre. Do you have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I
So
do.
even though you work for travel, you're not immune to the nightmares.
I'm not immune, but being a part of the American Society of Travel Advisors, it helps. So,
Okay.
and here's how. So yeah, I actually had a great experience, I say, but it was a terrible experience then. I got stranded in an airport. My flight was delayed for hours. My flight then got canceled. There was about 400 passengers stuck in an airport terminal. You can imagine it's all over the airport, or all over the news these days.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I had booked my travel through a travel advisor. 10 minutes on the phone call, I was booked on a new flight, while all these people are standing in line waiting for service agents to help them.
If that's not the
Yeah, that's the key. That is truly the key, and it saves you a lot of stress and a lot of headaches, and possibly being stranded in an airport.
well, that is a great testimony for ASTA. I think we can close the interview there because I'm like,
Done,
yes,
done.
But let's keep going a little bit longer. What is
Yeah.
ASTA?
Yeah, so ASTA is it's a great organization. What we do is we actually work with local legislation, and we like to help and pass bills to help the travel industry, travel advisors, and also the travel consumer.
So you mentioned travel agent and travel advisor. I'm guessing there's a big difference between the two.
There is a big difference, and that's one of the initiatives that ASTA has been taking over the many years that we've been running now. But we have switched from travel agent to travel advisor because travel agent's a little more transactional, and over the years, their roles have really, really changed. Early 90s, travel agents were really there to just book airfare. That's why normal people like us couldn't do that back in the early 90s, but now with the internet and all that readily available, like we had mentioned, it's at our fingertips. But travel advisors can do it all for us with a click of a button, really.
So we can acknowledge that they can do it for us, but some people at home just want to do it themselves. They're just like, well, it's easier. I'm here. Why do I want to bring in a third party? But you say that's not the way to go. Why is that?
Not the way to go. Many, many benefits to having a travel advisor work with you and trust them, right? Saves you a lot of headache, saves you a lot of stress. If you're on like a time crunch, having that travel advisor just do it all for you can work in your favor. And like I mentioned, there's always headaches that can possibly pop up and happen when you're traveling.
Absolutely.
And they're there to help you. They do all that for you.
Everyone sort of travels and vacations different, right? So how do we find the right travel advisor for us? It sounds like a match game.
And it is.
there an app for it?
That's a great way to put it. If you go to asta.org, that's asta.org, we have a great platform there that helps partner you up with the local travel agent, whether that's in your neighborhood, partnered with your interests that you might be looking for, just a plain vacation that you're looking to book.
Well, I'm going to speak on behalf of our budget-conscious friends.
Okay.
Are travel advisors expensive?
They can be a little bit expensive, but you get what you pay for. So it's just like any other product. So if you're looking for someone who is going to give you that 5-star service, take care of you from start to finish, that's the way to go. And it doesn't even have to be that pricey. Travel agents do have access to rates, promotions. Different companies give them rates that consumers can't get on their own. So it does sometimes come out to be about the same if you go on to Kayak, like you mentioned,
Right.
hotels.com, any of those sites. it can be about the same price.
What about travel insurance? Liz?
that's
Because
good.
that seems like it's always an option, and I'm never quite sure, do I get the travel insurance? Do I
Always
not?
do it.
Always.
Always go for it. Travel insurance is something that I always recommend. If you're going through a travel advisor, even if you do that, still get the travel insurance. It saves you. Anything that comes up last minute, whether it's a death, an illness, anything that comes up, that travel insurance will be there for you, and you'll get your money back.
And what happens if you're traveling and you get hurt? That's where that travel insurance can come into play too, right?
Absolutely. There's always going to be some sort of medical coverage included into that. Prices will vary, whether the different amounts, they do vary, so look over those details. But yes, travel insurance is a must.
All right, here's a hotly debated one for
Okay.
you. Pros and cons of carry-on bags. We have about a minute left.
Okay, carry-on bags, if you can do it, do it. Everything that we've been seeing with on the news with the airlines cancellations, you always want to have your luggage with you. Otherwise, it could be sitting in the airport for days, if not weeks. Also, if you do not have a priority boarding or something like that, a lot of times the luggage space for the carry-ons does fill up very quickly on the airplane, and then they're going to make you check it anyway. So if you can do it and do a carry-on, make sure you do have priority boarding for your flight.
And make sure the carry-on fits in that.
Yes.
You do
Then
not
you're
want
gonna
to
be
pay
checking
on
it again.
extra fees.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Oh man, Liz, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Where
you
can
so
we
much
go
for
for
having
more
me.
information?
Go to asta.org. That's asta.org.